Dear students of academics and competitive exam of English, today our topic is synthesis based on nominative absolute construction. In this English medium lecture 1, we will study how to synthesize the sentences into simple sentences by using nominative absolute construction. Students, before we start and teach all this, let's understand and recall the related rules of participle, and let's understand what is the difference between participle and nominative absolute construction. Although nominative absolute construction is in itself a type of participle, and you can say it is an advanced participle. In this box I have written an example. Let's study first. He was sad, he spoke nothing. Generally, in normal participles, we have the same subjects. He, the same he was sad, and the same he spoke nothing. In this way, I have taught like this. We change this be form to be form, was, were, is, rm whenever we don't have any main verb with ing into being. In this way, we find that we have the common subjects he in both parts. That's why I omitted he in the beginning, and I wrote being in place of was, and write the sentence being sad, he spoke nothing. This he and this he is common in both the sentences, so I picked the second he one time only. I wrote being sad, and rest part of the sentence is the same, and I omitted first he from the first part. But in this nominative absolute, we have one different thing, that is, we have different subjects in both the sentences. I mean to say, he was sad, I let him go. But in this sentence, he was sad and he spoke nothing. Both statements are related to the same he, but now there is no he, only there is he and I. What we should do with this? Let's understand. We will change was into being as we did in normal participles. I wrote he being sad, and rest part of this sentence will remain the same. In this way, my sentence is he being sad, I let him go. Now come to the next sentence. In perfect participle and in present participle, we have the rule. In case we have quick action, we start our sentence with ing. Suppose I have he saw the lion, he ran away. Then we synthesize it, seeing the lion, he ran away. But whenever we have two different subjects, we don't follow the quick action. We go according to the perfect participle, in which we require some time to do something next. I mean, when next incident takes place, we require some time. Here the sentence is father came, the children took a sigh of relief. Now these two sentences are quick actions. Just as anybody comes, the second person will take a sigh of relief. In this way we use ing, but here we will not do so. Father having come, we will write both the subjects on their places, the children, father, father, and we will change the first action into having, and we will do father having come, the children took a sigh of relief. And let's see the second sentence. It is based on delayed action. Now I would like to remind it again, whether you are facing the delayed action or you are facing the quick action, you must use having in both the sentences. So we can say there is no difference between quick and delayed actions. Now let's begin with the sentence number 3. He joined the scholars group, his friends criticized him. He having joined the scholars group, he is here, and his friends, that is second sentence according to the requirement of the second sentence, and this part remains as it is without any change. In this way we have two subjects, he and his friends. They are on their own places. The only difference is that in first part in place of second form we additionally wrote having here. That's why our sentence is he having joined the scholars group comma his friends criticized him. Now come to the rule number 4. We see this sentence is based on participles, and you know in last lecture I taught in sentence number 7 I wrote 3 examples, if you could recall it. Now let's understand. The food items were distributed, the poor got relieved. Now the subject is food items here and the poor in the second sentence, both are different. But when your first part is in passive voice, then the passive voice of having form is having been plus third form. Now your first part is written in passive voice, that's why we will change it with the subject into having been. I mean to say the food items having been distributed, the poor got relieved. Second part remains as it is. Now I took it as perfect participle and I wrote the subject as it is. Now in next type of solution that is equal to the first solution, I will use being. I mean to say we generally do being in place of is, rm, was, were, and we did the same here. It means the food items here, the food items is written here, were is changed into being, and distributed is as it is here, comma the next part will remain as it is here. In this way we can say was plus third form can be changed into having been, and if you don't want to do so, that you can do, you can change this to be forms is, rm, was, were in being, and rest part of the sentence remains the same. Before we finish this video, let's revise all this again. In participles we have different subjects and we take one subject common, but in nominative absolutes nominative absolute construction we have two different type of subjects, and we go according to the rules of normal participles. But only one additional thing that we do is we write the two different subjects on their place. We don't take any subject common. I hope you will understand everything through this video. Thanks.